I am 100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight. Probably.
Wait! Look! Someone just came up via the lift. It must be alone.
I swear, the more he talks, the more pain it makes me want to inflict on his person.
We are that catalyst, setting into motion the future most aligned with the plan. Hold that belief. Let it strengthen your resolve, and do not hesitate. Time for ideation is concluded.
Nice of you wanted to leave us this light. So, rejuvenation device.
That device may be the deciding factor in whether you
Enemy
live or
spotted.
die in the near future. Unless you can expedite hemostasis and proliferate new tissue on your own within a fraction of a second.
No. But I have been told my pain tolerance exceeds normal thresholds.
Your mother must be so proud.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Combatant scan. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
That's it.
Find the hostile. I have a...
Regressing!
Who needs to die?
Hostilities are afoot. Adversary.
Grand Architect's perspiring brow, if you try to cite the fourth pillar to me one more time. Armed conflicts are not the inevitability you are making them out to be, Anya, but rather the result of a populace failing to adhere to scientism's stoic imperative. Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist? I must have just imagined reading Alfred Long's 75 thesis on determinism then.
Anchorites. Be warned. Any conversation with these two may prove pedantic.
Held hostage? Goodness, no. We are anchorites for the Order, child. This is where we conduct our divine calling, debating scientific precept and theory. Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether war is ever justified. For the sake of time, please keep your answer brief. And how do you predetermine the harm of action against the harm of inaction?
We make those estimates all the time. That's the whole reason we employ seers.
We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps we could settle this debate.
I need the book Only Real Numbers, The Casualties of Appeasement by Exemplar Kwong. Second edition, not the first. That's important.
And I require Archivist Mahler's dissertation on de-escalation theory. You should be able to locate both pieces of scholarship in the scriptorium. I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing.
Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative hypotheticals. Asked a lot more interesting questions than we normally get.
I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Not since before the schism, in fact. Why do you ask?
Evidently, she was good at her job then. Augustine was obsessed with the rift. She wanted to know all the potential routes the Order might take to deal with it. We explained that the rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order, corrupting time and space and creating uncertainty. Consequently, all efforts should be made to close it.
Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded ourselves here to avoid such distractions, so I would thank you to exclude us from any remote drama. I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to.
Good for him. About time someone put theory into application.
What my colleague means is Landon Wiley is among our most gifted and dedicated seers. Whatever actions he's taken must be in service of the plan. I do hope no one's been hurt, though. I see. That is distressing to hear. But as we in the Order like to say, the plan actuates by deliberate means. Let us hope this conflict resolves itself soon. Much appreciated. We'll present our final arguments once you've returned with the research.
Those are N-ray junction boxes. That scanner might be useful to see how this place is wired up. That's just plain wrong. Whoever wired this up should be expelled from the Order. I thought they had some self-respect.
that nothing occurs without a catalyst. Today, we are that catalyst. Setting into motion the future most alive. Let it strengthen your resolve, and do not hesitate. The time for ideation. Simpletons within it claim that all things happen for a reason. But the lives of
Have you acquired the scholarship we asked for? You're in luck. I just finished my third reread of it. Chapter 47 is a real treat. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer. But do take care with it, especially around the bath. We lose more good books that way. Much appreciated. We'll present our final arguments once you've returned with the research.
handle this.
We'll be terminated.
Look, I know this ain't gonna get to the abbot, but I have complaints that need registering anyhow. This monastery's too big for the staff we've got, and it sure seems like the scienticians and theorists here ain't fixated on keeping neat. I might just be a novice, but at 73 years
Proceeding
of age,
to
I
attack.
think so.
Variable.
Still, ain't as bad as it was in Auntie's choice. But that don't mean it's good. I just ask you folks to remember that there's
Nowhere
more of
near as
importance out
interesting
here
as
than
the
just your
taxidermied
numbers.
cross.
Investigating hostile intent.
Eliminate the target.
Well, this is quite modest. Very simple and austere. Can hardly guess who lives here. Did the abbot take a vow of resplendency?
Bishop Bassar has failed. And without our intervention, she would make peace. The primitive minds of Auntie's choice. This must be prevented, whatever the cost. The stalwart agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
As if we'd fall for their stalling tactics just to watch these poor fools die slowly and horribly, mangled like punch cards. What were we talking about again? Definitely not. We should be the only ones killing hostages around here.
Like the cut of your jib. Hard way it is, then.
Praise high probability. Wiley dropped us here. He let some others go, but didn't even give us the chance to surrender.
He's lost his wits!
Let me guess. That safe won't open until we solve this puzzle. Seems like stacking the deck for a predictable behavior analysis.
This must be the so-called puzzle they expect us to waste our time on. Looks like it was constructed by a child.
Enemy intercepted.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Target analyzed. Multiplicator has ready status.
Their confidence is here on you. Reacquiring target.
Have a fix on their weaknesses.
Finding respite from hospital!
A potentially aberrant event.
Seems we've effectively begun their puzzle. Idiots.
This laborious exercise is obviously intended to consume precious time.
Didn't I tell you our friends would be back? Hurry! Disable the contract machine!
Time will tell if that was a good idea.
Thank you, stranger. We should be okay here for now. Go pay Wiley his just dividends for all of us.
This would be the scriptorium Anchoress, Brun, and Chow mentioned earlier. Should we fetch them their texts? Facilitate their malfunctional behavior further? afoot. Combatant scan.
Sharpen up. Hostiles nearby.
Target analyzed. Lay down.
Recharge for mayhem!
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Check your... Combatant scan. Go for torpification. Check your scopes for combatant.
The equation.
Proceeding to...
Unfriendly nearby.
Adversary vulnerabilities. Stun weapon ready, Commander. Investigators have a fix on their weaknesses.
Aggressor at hand.
Taking cover!
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Standing by to supplies. Eyes open.
Investigating disturbance. Re-engaging.
I'll handle this. Combatant scan.
Conflict is transient in nature.
test of order aptitude. And whom do we
Quite so vital, arcing in a circle.
test of order aptitude. Stamped onto a test of order aptitude. And whom do we blame when a student fails?
look! A room dedicated. Dedicated to the insignificance of human existence inside a temple dedicated to mathematically proving its pointlessness.
I cannot believe Clemens fell for whatever half-baked argument you managed to cobble together. That imbecile. And Svoboda. I thought her more capable. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you. Oh, I think my average walking speed will suffice once I've finished dispatching you. You seem confused. Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure. Saving the hostages delayed you just long enough for me to complete my work. I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. She has everything. I trust you're not implying something untoward between us. The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. De Vries and I are merely providing a necessary realignment.
All I hear is empty bluster from an amateur schemer whose only success so far is failing loudly at a sloppy plan. This slapdash takeover of yours is graceless and rushed and reeks of ineptitude and desperation. In my day, we did these things with considerable more efficiency and panache.
And who are you? exactly?
Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor, Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
The endpoint. No. The improbability of you interrupting my plans at this singular moment beggars belief.
Our aims are so similar, I'd almost consider joining you. Had you not proven yourself such bumbling fools, dragging me into your mess. Consider how much uncertainty has been introduced into your equations. Can you have any confidence in your predictions at this point?
What in the architect's computational summary are you on about? This proves nothing, except your willingness to trespass into other people's correspondence, and Joseph's inability to express himself clearly in the written form. I can't conceive of a reason why my survival should matter to you.
Only the vainly short-sighted undermine their own future.
However, as a matter of professional curiosity, let's entertain the hypothetical. I stand down. Then what? None of this is going according to my calculations. I certainly failed to predict your attempt to negotiate. I knew you had another strategy. Now I will show you mine.
Resorting.
Riddle me with bullets all you like. With this rejuvenation device. You'll never do me harm.
Clever little for combatant analysis.
Destroy the computer. I will attend to
Have a fix on their weaknesses.
Your immediate demise.
replenishing mechanism.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Fortified position.
Restore my life or check your scopes for combatant.
Combatant scan.
This was not in my prediction. Whoever is left, kill this outlaw!
Target analyzed. Later is charged. Adversary vuln. I'm alive. Have a fix on their weaknesses. Go for quantification. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. I'm in my pride. Indivisible.
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. See that it is not misplaced. I'm much obliged for your tireless work. With this knowledge of Greater Tranquility Substation and its security codes, our plans for the peace talks can finally be spurred into motion. However, without Archivist Clemens and his explosives at our disposal, we've no choice but to proceed with our contingency plan. A direct assault. Though the codes will allow me control of the automechs on the station, we'd best accept now that more lives may be lost than previously assumed. Yet we must act unflinchingly. To fail now would mean the end of everything.
We off to the peace talks then? We'll need your ship unless you intend to walk. To space.
Agent, over here. It seems the situation here has been resolved, but I don't see Seer Wiley. Were you able to secure his safety? What? No, but that can't possibly be true. Landon would never align himself against the Order? Against a friend? You must be mistaken. Or maybe his calculations led him astray. Yes, that must be what happened. Indeed, just a small error. Were you able to speak with him? Help him recover his senses? I appreciate the sentiment, but there is now ample evidence disproving that fact. The truth is, I held Wiley back. I kept him from advancing for my own selfish gains by spreading lies and false concern over his competence behind his back. If I had not thwarted his ambitions... No. Those hypotheticals are best considered in private, I think. Yes. Better to focus on our gains than our losses. My colleague's survival is something worth celebrating. I won't keep you. Thank you for your assistance in reclaiming the monastery. Regrettable though the outcome with Seer Wiley turned out to be. You are welcome to collect the experimental weapon back inside the observatory, the Oracle. It was Landon's design. Only seems fitting you take it. May all your future endeavors proceed in accordance to the plan.
I don't know what you're complaining about. We emerged totally unscathed.
I'd estimate I'm 43.11% gay.
At least it was a clean dissection. Potter would appreciate that, I think. Void it all! I told him he wasn't going to make it! Is this why Wiley's look spared him? Because the seer already predicted this would be his fate?
Ruth Bassar is the first among equals of the royal